Hey everybody, it's Angel, and your eyes are not deceiving you. I did freehand nail art. That is right, I didn't use vinyls, I didn't do stamping. I painted this with little itty bitty brushes. Now, I don't usually attempt freehand nail art a lot because it's really intimidating and it takes a lot of practice. But I am determined to do more freehand nail art, and where there's a will, there's a way, and all you need is a little bit of money and an Amazon account. So I set out to find some very fine, small detail brushes that were inexpensive, and I actually found a couple sets on Amazon from Winstonia. Now, you could purchase these from their website, but they were out of stock when I went to purchase them, but then they were in stock on Amazon, so Amazon it is, and I have Prime shipping, so I got it in like 2 hours. Okay, maybe not 2 hours, it's more like 2 days, but I mean, really, Amazon is so on point with their shipping. I love it. So anyways, let's just get started. I'm going to show you what you need, and then you can see these little brushes in action. OPI Alpine Snow, which could be taking over China Glaze Void on White as my favorite white base for nail art. Sorry, China Glaze. OPI Bubble Bath. China Glaze What I Like About Blue. Some white acrylic paint that I got in a set of like 24 colors. The Berry Wine 3-piece nail art brush set from Winstonia. I got these for only $8, and the bristle lengths are listed as 7mm, 9mm, 11mm, so that is plenty small to allow you to get lots of detail. And I'll just say it right off the bat, I recommend these. I was able to step up my freehand game. Totally random, but I also picked up this acrylic lip gloss holder on Amazon as well. It's linked below, and I decided it would be great for my nail art brushes because when I'm in the middle of doing nail art, sometimes I'm digging around for my brush and I nick my nails, and this is perfect because you can keep them separated. Please let me know in the comments if you like seeing stuff like this, because I am constantly buying crap, and if you want to see it, I'll show it to you. Just a warning, but you're going to be distracted by this amazing gold hollow background paper. Just so you know. Okay, so for my base coat I used Gridlock Lacquer, base and mortar. On my pointer and middle nails I applied OPI Bubble Bath, which is like a sheer almond type color with like a little bit of a pink undertone. And this is a bit of a cult classic for OPI. People seem to love this one. And after using it, this was my first time, I totally get it. I felt like a real classy bitch with this color on. And it really matches my skin tone, so kind of gives that mannequin finger effect. Either hate it or love it. I personally love it. And here I'm applying China Glaze What I Like About Blue onto my ring nail. And I really love this polish. I think I've used it like 3 or 4 times since I got it like last month. This could be one of my favorite polishes of 2016. It's that good. I like it. Go buy it. On my pinky nail, I applied 2 coats of OPI Alpine Snow, but you don't really need to see this part because it's boring, so I'm just going to skip it, pretend like you saw it. Bye! And onto the freehand. So I took a little bit of the acrylic paint and applied it to a piece of paper just to use as like a little paint palette. And then I used the smallest nail art brush to do my lines. Now I started out with a V shape. Actually, I should preface this. I didn't come up with this design completely. There's a nail artist on Instagram known as Mana Nails, and she's a Japanese nail artist. I'll link her down below because you need to check her out. And she's been doing these like amazing lace dream catcher style southwestern vibe nails, and they are amazing. She's like a true nail artist. I'm pretty sure she's a professional nail tech, and she is just, oh my god, she makes me want to quit nail art and never do anything ever again. But anyways, your drama queen, I kind of took 3 different designs of hers and kind of mashed them together and came up with my own spin on it. And these definitely were the most ambitious freehand nail art I have ever done, and I mean, I can't lie, I am really proud of myself. Now, my line work is imperfect, my lines aren't straight, they're thick in some places, thin in the other, but these nail art brushes really, really helped. Here I am just blabbing on and not really talking about what I'm doing. So, I don't know, how do I explain what I'm doing? I'm just painting on lines. but maybe I'll give some tips. The thing that I felt like helped me the most was to make sure that I didn't have a lot of paint on the brush, and you want to kind of make sure to clean off the brush in between lines. You know, I would do a few lines and then wipe off the brush because the paint starts to dry up. I thought these little hanging thread pieces kind of make it look like a dream catcher. You know what I mean? Like before, maybe it looked like a lace handkerchief or something, but I don't know. Now it feels like, what is this? Is it a dream catcher? Is it your handkerchief? Is it a macrame something? Is that what macrame is? I guess I don't know what macrame is. Then I switched from the acrylic paint over to China Glaze, what I like about blue, to make it look like, I don't know, these are beads, turquoise stones, and I think this is what gives it a southwestern vibe. Before it just kind of looked like, you know, a lacy dream catcher handkerchief thing. But now it looks like turquoise and I like it. I feel like I need to go to the desert. And onto my middle nail. Now I actually found this one harder to do than my pointer nail because I had to do these rounded lines, and the rounder lines were harder for me to do than the straight lines because I had no guide to go by. Woe is me. And as you can see, my lines are far from perfect, but I think because this is supposed to be like, you know, a woven or knitted type thing, it works because it's not going to look perfect in real life. So there's a little tip for you. When it comes to freehand nail art, just pick something that isn't supposed to look perfect because then you can get away with it. Yay for cheating! Now for your sake, I sped this nail up and it took about 1 minute and 15 seconds here on this tutorial to complete, but in real life I think it took me about 15 minutes. So that is really labor intensive. Maybe if you practice this often you can do it quicker, but my goodness, I really need to start painting myself by the hour. And I thought this looked really great without the turquoise dots, but once I added them, I don't know, it just took it to that next level, and I'm glad that I added them. And just so you know, acrylic paint cleans up pretty much just like regular nail polish. Here I'm using my favorite cleanup brush. This is the Twinkle Tea number 2 brush, linked down below, and 100% acetone to remove that acrylic paint. And once my nails were all cleaned up, I went ahead and added my top coat. This is HK Girl Quick Dry Top Coat, and acrylic paint doesn't really smear, at least I've never had it smear on me, so you don't have to really worry about that, which is nice. And I felt like once I added the top coat to the acrylic painted nails, it just kind of melted together and it didn't look as messy. So there you go. Don't worry when you're using the acrylic paint, it'll look better at top coat. And whenever I'm doing a look like this where all nails are different, I try to bring one of the colors across all of the nails. So on this turquoise ring nail, I added 2 little 2mm white studs to bring the white onto this nail. And I feel like once I did that, the mani just kind of came together and it was like, next level. And here is the finished look. And oh my goodness, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the longest tutorial I've ever filmed, the longest I've ever talked. I feel like I talk a lot because I like showing you guys the products that I'm using and talking about how they worked for me. I could probably get these tutorials done a lot quicker in only a few minutes, so please let me know how you guys feel about that. I feel like the direction for my channel is to kind of go forward and show you nail art and also focus on the products as well. Also, I want to know how you guys feel about freehand nail art. It's not something I do a lot of, but it is something that I want to get better at. So if you guys want to see more of that and we can like learn together, please comment down below because I normally do a lot of stamping, a lot of nail vinyls. I like that. I like variety. So let me know what you want. Thank you guys so much for watching the longest nail art tutorial ever. And you can follow me on Instagram and Snapchat at twy_star. That's twy_star, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye! Try out some new stamping plates from a company I've never heard of before, never tried before. I don't even know how to say it. It's Agubas, Please, if you know how to say this name,